Hey, my cabinet's open. It's Chef Will here. Hey, today we're going to be making Italian meatballs, okay? With a Puerto Rican twist, of course. So on the menu with Will Gotay, Chef Will. Not this, meatballs. All right, you are going to need 2 eggs, some homemade sofrito. Look at my video for that. You're going to use some custom culinary base. I love this, and it's the low sodium one. You're going to need some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use some chopped onions. They're dry. I love those. I got some oregano. I got some organic thyme. I have some basil, and I have some breadcrumbs, okay? On the chopped onions, if you notice, it's dehydrated, so it's 2 tablespoons of chopped onions equals a half a cup of chopped fresh onions, all right? Cool, let's do this. And here I have the ground beef. Okay, this is a pound. This is almost 2 pounds actually of ground beef. So you got 2 pounds of ground beef, and then we're gonna add the seasonings, and I'm gonna add the eggs and everything else. Okay, here we go. All right, so all the spices are in this. I have the thyme, the basil, the oregano. I have the sofrito, which is the green part right there, the garlic and the onions, okay? And now I'm mixing the liquid that I'm gonna use this to hydrate the breadcrumbs. Yes, watch. All right, here is the beef base, and I've got some half and half that I'm using, okay? And I just want to separate all of this to make it like liquid so that it blends in really well, all right? And I'm gonna add the 2 eggs. Okay, one, and we got another one here. All right, and then we're gonna beat this up. All right, now I pour this over the beef. I'm gonna scrape all of that out. Mix all this up. I'm going in with my hands. All right, so there, now it's mixed up. Now I add the cheese to this and the breadcrumbs. All right, so it's done. Perfect. Now I'm gonna let that rest and portion it up and then freeze what I'm not gonna use today. It'll be good in the freezer for up to 90 days, you know. Just make sure you get the good freezer bags, suck all the air out. Air is what damages the stuff you put in the freezer. And that's it, so that's it. Now, depending on whether you're gonna boil these or you're going to fry them or you're gonna bake them, you still have to portion them. And what I use for a portion is an ice cream scoop. This ice cream scoop, my hands, I hate getting my hands dirty and I got the gloves on. This is the number 20 scoop, and that will give me 20 meatballs out of a quart. Okay, that's kind of scoop it out. That size, you can use a half cup size if you want really big, monstrous meatballs. You can use the smaller size if you want smaller meatballs, or you can eyeball it, all right? These are what they look like before they're cooked, and I'm gonna saute some of these to show you. They're in the pan. We're going back to the stove now, turn it on, and I'm gonna cover it. That should only take about 3 to 4 minutes. It shouldn't take much longer than that. All right, here we go. Now we'll check the internal temperature. See what that... And that's perfect. So now I'm just gonna let them set. I'm turning it off, and I'm gonna let them set like 5 minutes. Whenever you cook a protein, if you let it, if you cut into it too soon, the juices don't kind of redistribute back, so then you end up with like, you know, kind of sucky meat. Dry. Here you go. Meatballs, putting a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. Yeah. All right, let's cut one open. Look at that. Look how juicy that is. There is so much flavor in this. It'd be great as a side dish. Oh, I could even see this like on an omelet, pizza, anything. These meatballs are awesome. Try them, all right? Chef Will Gotay on the menu with me. Italian meatballs with a Puerto Rican twist.